Bali received numerous honors for its travel and tourism, most recently being named the world's top destination in the Traveler's Choice Awards, granted by TripAdvisor in March 2017. Beautiful hills, mountains, beaches, rice farms, and volcanic hillsides make up Bali's landscape. And it was my dream to visit Bali once in my lifetime. I also enjoyed it. Beautiful Hindu temples, magnificent beaches, wonderful cuisine, an entertaining monkey forest, the consistently fascinating Balinese culture, and genuinely nice and kind people made for an amazing day. Bali is a beautiful travel destination in the world. My Bali trip is superb with the help of the Bali Good Day Tour. The whole experience was lots of fun. From the walk through the jungle down to the river to the great 2 hours plus on the water, the trip was highly entertaining. I want to share with you this amazing video, so keep watching it. Bali is paradise on earth, an island filled with tropical beaches, culture, and waterfalls. What else do you need in a vacation? However, going to Bali can be overwhelming due to the immensity of information available on Bali and simply not knowing where to start planning your vacation. When we first arrived in Bali, there were so many things that we learned throughout our trip, things we wished we would have known in advance, as they would have not only saved us time, but probably also money. So after a couple of trips to Bali, we decided to share our tips with you, things to know before you go to Bali, things we would have liked to know ourselves to help us prepare for our first trip. From how to get around, what to wear, and what to do, to tipping in Bali. Keep on reading to find out everything you need to know for your first trip to Bali. Perfect season to visit Bali. Bali is usually a fantastic idea, but there are a few months of the year when you might want to reconsider purchasing an airline ticket. The dry season and the monsoon season are the two distinct seasons in Bali. While you can still have most of your days being dry during the monsoon season, there will likely be much more rain than usual, which could disrupt your plans. From November through March is the monsoon season. The dry season, which runs from April to October, can once more be split into two parts, the shoulder season and the peak season, July and August. The island should be busier and flights should be more frequent during the high season. How to obtain the visa. One of the ultimate tips for Bali for first-timers. Citizens from roughly 160 countries can enter Bali visa-free for up to 30 days. However, that does leave 30-plus countries that can't. Besides that, if you are planning to stay longer than 30 days, it means that either you have to get a visa before arrival in Bali or go through the process of getting a VOA visa on arrival, which can be extended. If you enter the country visa-free, you are not eligible for extending your stay. It is important to check which conditions apply to you. As we know, this can get a bit confusing, however you can check the Indonesian embassy in your country. Bali is frequently referred to as paradise, and we wholeheartedly concur. What is there not to do in Bali? There is wonderful food, yoga sessions, waterfall exploration, temple visits, surfing lessons, and resting on the beach, among other activities. Bali certainly has something to offer everyone, whether they are traveling with their family, alone, or for a beach or adventure holiday. Are you curious to learn what there is to do in Bali? For suggestions on which stunning Bali attractions you should include on your itinerary, look through some of our guides. Internet access. There are some internet connection limits in Bali, which is something that every visitor should be aware of and which might surprise you. However, it appears that the limitations in access are inconsistent. In Jakarta and Canggu during our 2 months in Indonesia, we were able to watch Netflix without issue, but in all other locations, Yogyakarta, Bromo, Ubud, Levena, Aimed, we were notified that access to the service was blocked. Utilizing a VPN is the only method to get past this and ensure that you have unrestricted access to anything online. When utilizing Wi-Fi, the VPN will help to protect you from cybercrime in addition to giving you access to websites that are blocked. In order to ensure that we can always use the internet safely while traveling, we are now utilizing ExpressVPN. Accommodation in Bali, traveling on a budget, or perhaps looking for that stunning villa with a private swimming pool. The best way to get the most value for your accommodation is by using Airbnb. Discounted hotel rooms, unique tree houses, and complete villas for you and all your friends. Nothing is impossible in Bali. Airbnb offers a large range of accommodation, suiting your and everyone else's needs. From budget homestays to private beach bungalows, you name it, they offer it. We have used Airbnb in over 15 different countries, and it is one thing we absolutely love. Mosquitoes in Bali. When staying in the busier tourist locations, Bali does not generally have any malaria warnings. It is strongly encouraged to pack and wear repellent, yet there are still a lot of mosquitoes and a potential that you could contract dengue fever from these insects. We strongly encourage you to speak with your doctor about this, since we are not medical professionals nor doctors. Frequently, your general practitioner or a travel clinic will be able to provide you advice on the particulars of bringing malaria pills, how to avoid mosquito bites, and the likelihood of dengue fever in the Bali region. If you are already traveling, you can find more info on the Bali website regarding dengue and malaria. How to avoid the crowds in Bali. If there is one thing you should know about Bali, then it is that there are tourists everywhere. Escaping the crowd can be quite hard, but definitely not impossible. One simple way to escape the crowds is by waking up early. Get up before sunrise, hop on your scooter and chase the sun rising over the mountains, the beach or a waterfall. Not only did it mean we had some of Bali's most beautiful sights all to ourselves, it also meant that we could avoid the warm midday sun of Bali, and by the time most people arrived, Monkey Forest, Ubud. Discover, after arriving in Bali, take a cab or a grab car to Ubud. The trip from the airport takes roughly 1.5 hours. Go to the Monkey Forest Sanctuary first. It costs 80,000 rupiah $5.58 to enter. Walking through the jungle reserve with hundreds of monkeys lounging about can take an hour. The cheeky monkeys will hop on your shoulder or head to obtain the reward, which costs 20,001 rupiah and 39 cents USD. Explore the stores and the Ubud traditional art market in the city center of Ubud. Many of the yoga studios offer free community classes if you're interested in the practice. Paid courses range in price from 100,000 to 130,000 rupiah. Enjoy a stroll along the lovely Campuhan Ridge Walk to view the sunset. Waterfall adventures. Hire a driver to take you to the coastal city of Sanur, making a few stops along the road at waterfalls. Go to Tibumana Waterfall first, which is around 30 minutes east of Ubud. It costs 10,000 rupiah to enter. Drive 10 minutes down the river to our favorite waterfall in Bali, Kanto Lampo. After a swim, it's a great adventure, but you have to wade across the river waist deep. After a swim, drive 10 minutes down the river to Kanto Lampo Waterfall, our favorite in Bali. It requires you to wade through the river waist deep, but it is an awesome adventure. Tukad Sepang, a perfect cave waterfall, is another 30 minutes distant. This magnificent waterfall may be reached after a 15-minute walk through the caves. The entrance costs 10,000 rupiah. Even though Tejanungan Falls is the busiest waterfall, try to fit it in if you have time. It costs 15,000 rupiah to enter. From there, drive to Sanur and walk around the main street of Danau Tamblingan. Enjoy a cheap massage from one of the many spas in town and watch the sunset from Sanur Beach with Mount Agung in the distance. Visit the Temple of Lempayang Luhur. The Temple of Lempayang Luhur is a 2-hour journey away, so get an early start and hire a driver. The temple's entrance fee is based on donations, although 10,000 rupiah is a fair amount. It takes only 5 minutes to reach the Instagram-famous temple gates, and the scenery surrounding Mount Agung is breathtaking. There are 7 temples on this massive complex. The first 3 temples can easily be explored. The remaining temples require hiking up a mountain which includes 1,720 steps. Hiking to the top will take 1.5–2 hours. After leaving the temple, make a quick stop at the neighboring Tirta Ganga Water Palace before returning to Sanur through a beautiful road. Travel and Leisure's 2010 Best Island Award went to Bali. Bali won because of its attractive environments, coastal and mountainous variety of tourist attractions, outstanding international and local cuisine, and the friendliness of the local people. The award is also thought to be largely influenced by Balinese culture and religion. The kekek dance is one of the most prominent occasions that represents a close bond between a god and his or her devotees. In a 2011 report by BBC Travel, Bali came in second place, behind the Greek island of Santorini, as one of the world's best islands. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what else you wish to know about Travel Idea. Leave your comment and share this video with friends and family.